Now on 12 News, sharing her story of survival. A victim of sex trafficking talks to middle school students about her past.
Very disturbing, and it just leaves me speechless.
Plus, a locker room invasion. A Bridge City mother speaks out about allegations a student possibly took pictures of girls changing. How school officials are responding.
And a school threat indictment. The young man accused of threatening a school shooting spree will have to fight for his freedom in court.
Live from Southeast Texas, 12 News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. Welcome to 12 News. I'm Erica Harris.
I'm Kevin Steele. Great having you with us. Tonight, our top story, a human trafficking survivor is telling her story of survival to Smith Middle School students.
A couple of months ago, we shared Jean Upfold's compelling story about her traumatic experience after she ran away from her Florida home and ended up in California with a sex trafficker. Today, she spoke to hundreds of students and gave them a glimpse of the horrors of human trafficking. The students learned about warning signs, who can be targeted, and what to do to stay safe.
It was the worst part of my life. And it's so important to me not to see another child to ever have to go through what I went through, to ever give another predator the chance to take a child away from their parents, to never see another parent go through what my mom went through.
The event was sponsored by the Golden Triangle chapter of the Lynx. Their goal is to raise awareness about human trafficking. A Bridge City High School mother upset. She says her child's privacy was violated.
That mother says on Monday her daughter came home complaining a male student may have taken pictures inside the girls' locker room. Jackie Massey is the only journalist to speak to that mother. What did she tell you, Jackie?
I spoke to a concerned parent whose daughter goes to Bridge City High School behind me. She says she was upset after her daughter came home and told her that someone stuck their phone through the girls' dressing room. It might have been taking pictures when the girls were changing.
That's upsetting to surprise somebody like that and do it, especially a minor.
The mother, who does not want to be identified, says the incident happened on Monday at Bridge City High School. She says her 15-year-old daughter was changing after her PE class and is afraid her photo was taken by a male student.
Very shocking. Even if it wasn't in a dressing room, if somebody takes pictures without the other person's knowledge, especially if they're in the middle of dressing or undressing.
The parent says other students were inside the changing room as well. She explains this is a good teaching moment for parents.
Talk to your kids about electronics, privacy, boundaries, because that's crossing boundaries.
We reached out to Bridge City ISD, but they did not confirm if pictures were taken. According to a statement from the school district, they are looking into the incident and will get Bridge City ISD police involved if a criminal act took place.
I hope all of them learn a lesson, but especially him. I don't think he'll be doing it again, hopefully.
In Bridge City, Jackie Massey, 12 News.
Now, according to the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office, if pictures are found, the student who took the photos could be facing child pornography charges or a felony charge for invasive visual recording. New at 6, a Jefferson County grand jury has indicted a Port Neches Groves student accused of plotting a Columbine-style shooting at the school.
17-year-old Tristan Miller is facing a terroristic threat charge, which is a third-degree felony. Police was notified of possible threats made against the high school back in April. As a result, Miller was expelled from school. A few days later, he was arrested at a relative's home. A Texas state senator calls annual vehicle safety inspections a chore, and 23 others agreed last week. Senate Bill 1588 passed. It would end required vehicle inspections for passenger vehicles.
Our Troy Kless spoke to people who feel the inspection is necessary, especially for older cars on the road.
It takes about 10 to 15 minutes for a state-certified vehicle inspector to conduct an inspection. But a Senate bill is moving closer to eliminating that process and the $7 fee for drivers. Raul Rivas from Buna has some concerns if this bill becomes a law.
If you have unsafe vehicles driving on the road, all you're going to have is nothing but accidents. Because you got people out there that don't care about other people's safety.
However, according to State Senator Don Huffines, the inspection does not do anything to make Texas roads safer. Lupe Cortez, a local mechanic, would not mind the change. He's seen in the past that some drivers will have problems with the vehicle and still get the car on the road.
The responsible people that have their cars, they're going to keep them up and maintain them and repair what needs to be done. Yep. But then there's others that won't do that. They'll find a way to get it inspected without even making the repairs.
Rivas remains hopeful that the House will realize there may be risks if this bill becomes a law.
So, I mean, to avoid more tragic deaths on the freeway or any type of road, I think you should keep going with the state inspection.
In Beaumont, Troy Kless, 12 News.
To become law, that bill must now be passed by the House Transportation Committee and then the full House. If passed, it takes effect in March of next year.
Silsbee Police Chief has turned in his resignation after accepting a job as police chief in Cameron, that's in Central Texas. Waylon Rhodes has led the department for more than 4 months. He replaced Mark Davis, who was elected to be the Hardin County Sheriff. According to the city, his last day on the job is May 23rd, and a spokesperson from the Cameron Police Department confirms Rhodes will start his new job at the end of the month.
What is up in our weather conditions? If I understand you, it could be in the low 70s tonight. A pretty warm, nice evening. Huh?
Well, that's spring, and we're headed closer to summer, and then to get used to that, we'll be missing the 60s for lows for too much longer. Outside right now, we have cooled into the upper 70s to lower 80s. Partly sunny skies, nothing on radar. We expect mainly dry weather conditions this evening. If you have plans, temperatures will likely continue to fall into the mid-70s by, say, 8 and 9 p.m. under partly cloudy skies. We'll talk more about our cold front. It's a wimpy one. How about that?
A wimpy cold front.
Means to our weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All righty, thanks
a lot,
Patrick. Coming up next on 12 News, contracting a flesh-eating bacteria in Texas. We verified to see if we can find this bad bacteria on a Texas beach.